Hey everybody, it's late at night, editing away here. I am working on some projects which are non-commercial. Some of you may not be aware that I have a section within Carriage Return which is called For the Love of It. For the Love of It is purely about things that I'm passionate about. It's just whatever I like, I'm going to go and video it, I'm going to talk to people, I'm going to write about it. And then I discovered that 6875 were in town supporting Dan Baird. Now 6875 are from Atlanta in the USA. Fantastic, straight down the line rock and roll band. Suzanne, Sledge, great voice, and the whole band is just phenomenal. I love them, I really do, and I decided that one of my projects will be to go down, pin them in a corner and stick a microphone under their nose. So here we go.
Welcome to the UK.
Thank you, James.
How are you doing? Everything good?
Doing good. Doing good. We love it here.
And how's the tour gone so far? It's good?
Great. It's been great.
Fantastic.
Very welcoming. Every night's been wonderful.
Dan and Driving and Crying have been great. So couldn't ask for better.
Welcoming.
Yeah.
So, consequences.
Yes.
First of all, I love it, okay?
Thank
This
you.
isn't your standard interview where somebody just asks, I am a genuine fan. I love the album. For me, my view on it is, whilst listening to it, I just felt that it was like if they made a Hollywood blockbuster and it was about the bad guys running away from the cops on the road with illegal shit in the back, and you'd normally get like Creedence Clearwater Revival or the Stones as your soundtrack.
All right.
You could replace it with that album, and there's no filler on that album.
Thank you.
I take it you're as happy as we are about this album?
We're pleased.
We're pretty particular about what we do. I mean, we dissect it constantly, but you know, we felt like we had raised the bar a little bit. There was something different about it. Now, one of the reasons why it was different is because we had John Bowney play on it.
Yes.
And
Big
so
reason.
that kind of raised everybody's game. But I mean, the feedback that I'm hearing from people is that they think the songwriting is better. They think the performances are better. So we can't really judge that ourselves. It's not really for us to judge, but everybody seems to say that. So.
I think just sort of tying in with that, one of the things that I have just been reminded of when you were on stage like 20 minutes ago is I listened to the album and it sounded like you two had spent more time together and that you'd locked together in a songwriting kind of thing. But then I've just seen you live on stage, okay? And I got reminded how good the rhythm section is. So it reminded me that it's not just about the guitar and
No.
Yeah.
We pretty much do it the same way.
Same thing.
It's in the basement, get down there, we work on germs of ideas, and it bounces back and forth until something, we have something that we feel like we can show to someone else. So that's
and we're
much
constantly tweaking whatever it is that we're working on. And there's no real set time or way of working. With every song it's different, and I think that's a little bit unusual because most songwriters have a very set process for the way that they work. We don't have one. It just depends on what the song needs and where we are with things. And
I think it's so easy to say that it sounded like you were having fun, but it sounded like you hit a groove.
I think there's a lot of joy on the record.
Okay.
I think that's what's coming through. Well,
no, that's funny.
You're laughing.
No, that's funny.
I mean, well, it was difficult making the record, but what I'm saying is the performances come across as joyous. I didn't say the horrible, awful orphan story behind it. I mean, it's like, it was just like this, it comes across as very joyous and just, life affirming or something like that. But it was a hard process making this record. Probably the process was
the key word.
The hardest that we've ever done for a variety of reasons. So it's amazing that this record came out sounding as joyous as it did, because it sure as hell wasn't joyous.
Maybe that's one of the great things, because I can tell that you two have different views on you're obviously united in terms of actually recording the album, but
we're two halves of a
your
whole.
reactions to it are like, so maybe that's where the spark is.
That's
yin and yang.
That is what you're seeing is the nature of the working relationship.
Right.
That's why I've always said, it's like, I know that this is an American reference, but like I always liken us to these magpies called Heckle and Jekyll. And they're American cartoon characters, and then these little characters that sit on this fence, and they constantly talk about things, and they're very connected at the hip, and it's very silly or that kind of thing. Andrew and I have a very weird twin language that most people do not understand. So when you see that, and you see kind of the two sides, that's just reflective of the relationship.
And we trade off. One's usually freaking out about something else, and then we freak out about this. And
it's your turn to have OCD, right?
Exactly.
All right, okay.
So instead of asking you what your influences are, how about I say to you, we've lost a lot of greats in the last couple of years. If you could bring one or any group of those people back to life and just jam the hell out of it, who would that be?
Ian McLagan.
Yeah.
Well, Joe Cocker.
He was a sweetheart. That guy was a sweetheart.
I'm sure you remember we played with him 2 months before he died.
Yeah.
So it hit both of us particularly hard because he kind of gave us like his royal blessing, as it were, and then he passed, like 2 months later, and that was just really difficult to take because nobody saw it coming.
Well, it was just really cool to watch him. I mean, when we played with him, he really enjoyed what he was doing. I mean, he didn't take it seriously at all. He'd laugh and clap his hands like in the middle of a solo.
And it was lovely because he was doing "You're So Rude," and I was so excited. I was standing out there singing with him, and he told me at the end of the song publicly, he's like, "You messed me up because you were singing with me." Sorry.
But
that's what fans do.
But it's really cool just to watch somebody, that accomplished.
Who has been on that level.
Yeah, and just enjoying themselves, just enjoying what they did.
Yeah, and then switch off and be this incredibly lovely, humble human being. Yeah. I loved him very much. I got very emotional that night.
John Poundy's from Kendal in the UK, correct?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
We kind of know the story. Let's clarify this story. How did John get involved with 1675?
We were getting set to, come to the UK for our first tour. We had a drummer at the time, and Suzanne and I were full on and locked into, the different things that we were trying to get ready, telling everyone to get their passports, talking about flights, talking about hotels, talking about accommodations, what we needed, and the drummer who we had at the time, who we will not name, due to circumstances he should have known about, was not able to travel with us and let us know that 3 weeks before the tour.
3 to 4 weeks before we were set to sail.
Yeah, so literally, full on freak out, and just Warner just came to the rescue and said, "Hey, I know a guy." We sent him some files. Literally, I think Sheffield, we flew in. Everyone flew in on different flights, so we finally get there. We get in the van. We drive up to Sheffield. Meet John Poundy at the hotel. Go to the club. Literally turn around to him and count it off, and he.
That was it.
That was it. I mean,
a couple songs during sound check. That was it. Off we went, and it was absolutely. Incredible.
And even more amazingly, just the way that he and Wolf
play together is just amazing.
Tonight here in Manchester, that was really prevalent. Whenever I've seen you guys live, which is twice now, I'm reminded, as I said before, of how good your rhythm section is. You can't do this classic kind of, I hate the word classic, it's just rock and roll.
Yeah.
You can't do this rock and roll without that engine room. And
these
guys are great. But I do have something to tell you about John.
What?
Oh, here we go.
He's fantastic on drums, and we know, and he's from the Northwest, which is always a good thing, all the best people are. But he doesn't know how to lock a van.
Okay.
Because I met him outside before and spent 20 minutes trying to find the right, until I pointed out he was pressing the wrong button on the remote. Okay. He swore me to secrecy not to talk about this. And the second thing is, we then did a Spinal Tap kind of backstage trying to find the dressing room thing. So. He's great on the drums, but I'm just giving you some advice. Don't ask him to do anything else.
We don't let him drive. Okay.
All right.
That's funny.
We're here in the northwest of England, but you guys have got a really strong bond with a lot of people in the northeast of England.
Yeah.
Ali gets upset. This is Ali Lee, who hosts the Roots Rock Riot show on internet radio. He gets upset when I call him a Geordie because he's from further up, and it's all very territorial. Let's call it the northeast, okay? But you do have an awful lot of followers from the Roots Rock Riot show, and in a very unique way. Tell us a bit about how that came about.
You want to jump in?
I'm trying to remember who hooked me up with that. I can't remember, but you did. Oh, James Heron. Oh, major faux pas here.
I think so.
No, I think that's right. If I'm jogging my memory, you and I were talking, and you said there's this guy that has a show in the north that you should pursue. So I talked to Allie. I said you and I were friends, and then we went from there. And he's just been a staunch supporter, as have you.
But I think one of the key things as well, he actually went on to do the recording and engineering of your live album.
The live record.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Not only that, but he brought me the amp that I used on that record.
Yeah, I mean, just a wonderful.
All of that whole 2 nights.
Yeah,
Allie.
and came to the show last night. Came to the show last night, and he was just wonderful. Yeah. He and Jackie are just wonderful people. Oh, we just love everybody up there. I mean, we're so happy to see them last night. It was like a northern homecoming, you know, and I mean, it's so warm. I mean, everybody's so welcoming.
Yeah, I'm really just, thank you.
We can't thank
them
enough.
It is like that support, and it's really cool to see people that we met, when we first got here,
that are coming
last
back.
year, that come back, and it's like, it's like a family reunion. It's
right,
like
it is.
You pick it up from right where they were,
Do you have that kind of relationship with other radio stations? Because I know that there is a couple of American radio stations that you have that connection with.
Sometimes, but it's not as intense as what we have overseas.
Yeah.
That's we just have a very special connection. We have American fans, and they're lovely people, but it's just a different connection that we have here.
Yeah.
And especially in the north.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, and literally that first tour. I mean, what was it? We were supposed to play a festival. Things happened. The festival didn't happen. But it really was, all of those people seriously cheering us on. Saying, okay, well, here's another club you can play. Well, here's another place that you can play. And that's how it happened. It wasn't really,
And it was like a patchwork effort. I mean, we did it ourselves, and we just kind of took this huge risk and kind of rolled the dice, and it paid off. So we're very fortunate that way, but it was because we had so many fans, so many people that supported us.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, James.
Have a great gig tomorrow. Final gig.
Thank you.
Go knock them dead.
Thank you so much.